Well, what is up, everyone? So glad to see all of you amazing people here and with us. I just got to say, I love apple pies from Publix. I'm pretty sure those are from Publix. It might have been Walmart, but check that, $3.99 for a whole lot of awesomeness. Well, hey, to all you guys and girls that are out there with us, today's going to be a short show, but I've got a lot of big things that I'm going to say today, so I hope that you guys will be listening up. Man, I'm just going to let the Lord lead us today. I want to open up to the same text and passage that we opened up to the other day. Proverbs chapter 3. If you have a Bible, I want us to go ahead and do that, because then I've got a lot of announcements that I need to give to us. And then lastly, we're going to play a very special round of Ask Grant a Question. I don't know if y'all have seen those on Disney Plus. The Forky Ask a Question. Put a Forky in the live chat if you've seen those. I love watching those. I think they're absolutely hilarious. And one of these Halloweens, I will be Forky. You mark my words. I will be Forky walking around. This is, of course, from Toy Story 4, in case you may not know where I am referring to. But Proverbs chapter 3 is where I want to go today. I hope you have your Bible. And I'm going to read it out of my old student Bible. The Bible that I had when I was in my middle school and high school days, and want to read out of that Bible in just a minute. But so glad to see all of y'all. So glad to hang with many of y'all again. To you 8th graders, again, breaking my heart. So sad to know that y'all are going to be moving on. But, man, it's been real, and it's been awesome hanging out with y'all. And I've been so grateful and glad to have y'all with us. But like I said earlier, we're going to jump right into the Word real quick for just a little bit. And then we're going to I'm going to give you all some special announcements, and then we're going to have a little bit of a time of questioning. Hey, by the way, I did not get to show y'all, for those of y'all that have been with us and a part of our Wednesday night series titled What We Listen To. I'd love to hear back from you. Has that been a good series? Did you guys enjoy that? I really do believe that God just spoke a lot to me, and it's been so cool to hear from a lot of the ladies and gentlemen, the worship leaders that have been with us. I'm going to show y'all a little bit. One of the biggest items that I never got to put on our live studies on Wednesday nights was literally, this is kind of in a way what I wanted to show. There was actually something else. This is actually a DJ mixing table, and I've used this before. I dream of having a side job of being a DJ. Just so y'all know, I just love music. I love the way that music, kind of like we were talking about in the series, what we listen to. I love the way that music kind of just it just energizes you, it excites you, and I love it. I love it when there's good mix-ups and mashups of modern day songs with a different beat. Especially, I love when they take like Disney songs and put it to some kind of EDM or trap or dubstep kind of sound. I just love that kind of energizing sound. That's what I run to. That's what I work out to. And especially love it whenever it's put to when Christian music is tied into that. And so just so you guys know a little bit more of me in that realm. But this is one of the illustrations I never showed us in our What We Listen To series. When you have a board, this is what this could be called, a board. Like when you guys are in worship at the Loft or in the Edge or in the Worship Center in Simmons, there's always a board. It's a lot more complicated than this. It's not a DJ, so to say, board, a DJ spin table, but there is an audio board. No, not board. Like it's a board, like BOARD, like a board of wood. I don't know. They call it just a board. But what they do is they're always mixing and kind of moving. These are called sliders. They're moving the sliders up and down and things like that. And, kind of just tuning things different ways. And then they have these adjustment buttons that they'll do. But then there is usually what is called a master fader. And the master fader allows you on this board, you would have two channels, one over here and one over here. So channel, I think they're even labeled like A and B. I'm trying to look for where it is, but I don't see it. But there's like an A channel and a B channel. And what you can do on this is you can kind of like have channel A playing, I don't know, let's just say Let It Go from Elsa. And I quote that a lot, by the way, to the people that are closest to me. Like, I just think it's such a good word. Sometimes you just need to let things go. But let's say you have Let It Go from Elsa playing over here. And then let's say over here, you've got, I'm trying to think of a good one. I'm thinking of the old school song Africa. But I love the sound of Coldplay, the band Coldplay. Who am I trying to pick? Let me pick a Christian group that I do love to listen to. I mentioned Family Force 5 last night. I actually listened to a song yesterday and studying for the message for last night by Aaron Keys. It's called Moses' Song. In fact, I challenge you, if you get a chance, right after this YouTube, write this down. Go listen to Moses' Song by Aaron Keys, Christian author and an artist. And just, man, I've totally forgotten about him and his music. Phenomenal singer. But let me pick on a group, Capital Kings. I really do love Capital Kings. Let me pick Gavi, Capital Kings. Like, I just love their sound and kind of their rhythm and everything. Let's picture Capital Kings, and I'm playing a song over here titled I Can't Quit. I think it's called Can't Quit. And so if I'm wanting to mix from this song, Let It Go, to Can't Quit, what I would kind of do is I would kind of like use these two and I would fade one down and one up. Okay. So you kind of saw the idea of that. So I'm fading kind of simultaneously one down and one up at the same time. Well, I really wanted to use this illustration. I just didn't get a chance to. Let's pretend like I was saying last night, that there is another way you can do is you can use this fader to go one way or the other. But I was kind of thinking last night, let's say like one side is God music that we listen to, and the other side is less than godly music. Excuse me, man, that apple pie's got me. Let's say that one side is like the music that worships and honors the creator, but let's say that the other side is music that worships and honors what is created, human beings, things, items, houses, wealth, whatever it is. So, and here's kind of the illustration that I wanted to give. Make sure that your music flow and your music stream of the creator, of God, is much more than your music input of what is secular or what is not of God. When we get out of balance, and we have more secular music that's tuning into us and pouring into us than we have of what is godly pouring into us, like that's when we can get out of whack. That's when we can go kind of in wrong ways. And so I just love this kind of illustration and this idea of using this idea of which has more volume, which is turned up more. in your world? Is it the music that is of God, or is it the music that is of the world? Or are you trying to wage war, listen to both of them as much as possible? Are you even listening to godly music? I'd encourage you and challenge you, do. That's part of worship. That's part of this Christian life, is to fill our minds and our hearts with what is truth. Again, that's that, I think it's that Philippians 4 concept: whatever's true, whatever's noble, whatever's pure, what is lovely, whatever's honorable. If there's anything that is excellent or worthy of praise, put your mind on these things. So so that is kind of that and what that is. But yeah, keep God turned up more than you keep the world turned up in your world would be my challenge. So I just found that. I actually had it out last night. I didn't get to share it as a part of our study, but there it is. Well, hey, let's jump into Proverbs chapter 3. Proverbs chapter 3. Of course, what I love to do is read some scripture and then talk through it. I'm going to just read a couple verses. So I hope you guys have your Bible with you, Proverbs chapter 3. Maybe it's your digital Bible, or maybe it's your full paper Bible. And I'd love for y'all to be with us on Proverbs chapter 3. I'm just going to read part of it. And then I will, if y'all don't mind, I'm going to read just like a little note that was in my student study Bible right here. And I'll read that to us in a second. Okay, so here we go. Proverbs chapter 3, starting in verse 1. My son, do not forget my teaching, but keep my commands in your heart. Such a good thing. Like it's good to keep the commands of God. It's also good to keep the commands of our earthly fathers, our earthly God-fearing fathers, and to keep them near to us. Why? For they will prolong your life many years and bring you prosperity. Another thought here, verse 3. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Okay, I love that idea. Like we're just supposed to keep love and faithfulness like as a constant reminder. I don't know if I used to wear like a cross chain, dudes wear chains, ladies wear necklaces. Okay, so I used to wear a cross chain, not a necklace, cross chain. And I remember I would always fidget with that. And like I would sometimes like even like kind of, it was a cross and it like fit, and I would just kind of like not chew on it, but I would kind of play with it in my mouth a little bit. You know, it's kind of this idea we need to keep love and faithfulness always near us, and not that we're just fidgeting with it, but that we're always doing something with it. So let love, verse 3, and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck and write them on the tablet of your heart. Okay, do everything that you do with love and with faithfulness towards God. Then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God and man. Okay, here's this idea. Once again, we read it the other day. My challenge to you is to just keep on trusting. The title for last time was Just Trust. The title and idea for today is Just Keep on Trusting. That's what the Christian life is. You know, I actually was explaining it to some people last night on a phone call after our live hangout that we did, live study that we did, that, you know, the decision for following Christ is not just a one-time decision. It's not just a once and done, one and done kind of thing. It is not a once, but it is a first-time decision for the rest of your life decision and choice. It's a first-time choice for the rest of your life choice and decision. And so I just love that idea. Trust in the Lord. Trust, and don't just start trusting, but keep on trusting. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all of your ways, acknowledge him. I love that idea. Like it's the idea of giving him credit. It's the idea of saying like, man, God, I'm counting on you to show up. God, I'm counting on you to go before me. God, I'm counting on you to be present, you know, in all of your ways. Give him credit. Know that he's going to come through. Acknowledge him. The word know is in there. Like give credit to him and give him a chance to do what only he can do. Okay. Don't just acknowledge your own abilities, your own strengths, but acknowledge him, his infinite abilities, his infinite strength. Okay. In all of your ways, acknowledge him, give credit to him, and he will make your path straight. Here's just cool insight. I'm just reading this in my study Bible here. In the original Hebrew, the phrase, in all your ways acknowledge him, here's something cool to learn, is more literally translated or said or meant, in all of your ways know him. How about that? I didn't even read that. And that's kind of that idea, right? In all of your ways, know him or give credit to him. This fundamental statement of how to relate to God implies more than just mere reverence. Okay. Nodding in God's direction is not enough. In other words, like I use the word mental assent, like this mental acknowledgement, like, oh yeah, God, I know you're there. Like some people trust God. Like, in fact, I sometimes wonder when I try to share the gospel with different people over the last 2 weeks when we've been doing our kind of home renovation and everything. There's been some people that have said to me, oh yeah, I trust God. I know God. I believe in God. I got a guy named David just the other day that's been working on our house. Oh yeah. I know God. Well, I don't know if they're meaning like I know about God or I really know him like two best friends know each other. And that's not for me to try to judge or determine. That's between them and God. But I love what it's saying. Nodding in God's direction is not enough. In other words, oh yeah, I know about God. That's not enough. You must know him by living closely with him, relating to him personally in every aspect of your life. And so I just want to challenge you guys. Keep knowing him. Keep trusting him. Keep meeting him. Keep meeting with him. Keep chasing him. Another thing I love to say to people is keep giving him as many chances as you can. Keep giving him as many opportunities and chances to show up in your day as you can in every instance of your life. Well, hey, I want to pray and kind of close out this time of study. Then I do want to make some announcements to make sure that you know of and even ask you some questions if I can. So let me pray and we'll get on to the next thing. Lord God, I do thank you so much for these guys and these girls that are with us. Lord God, I thank you so much for just a chance to sharpen each other. I am always so sharpened, just like I was last night, hearing of all of the favorite scriptures and verses. I loved what one of them said, and I think they're on this live stream right this second, that my favorite Bible verse is the one I'm reading. I think that's such a good idea, such a great concept. This idea that that we just need to be in love with you completely, Lord, with all of our lives. God, I do ask and pray that for them, that they would do what that famous song says, don't stop believing, God, that they would keep on believing in every circumstance, in every instance, in every situation in life that they go through. And God, that they would not just whistle while they work, whistle while they live, whistle while they play, that they wouldn't just have a good song to sing, a good song that's in their mind, a good song that's in their heart, but God, that they would truly, more than just whistling, more than just singing, that they would worship while they work. God, that they would worship while they play. God, that they would worship while they do family together, while they hang out with friends. God, that they would worship in everything that they do. And Lord, I pray that they would keep on trusting no matter what, even when it's hard, because I get that. Even when they sometimes might blow it again and again and again. God, even when they're doubting, even when they're afraid, God, that they would not stop trusting, because that's what you've called us to do. And what I love about what you do with our trust, Lord, you turn our trust into trustworthiness, because you always show up. You always prove faithful. You always prove that you are worthy of our trust. God, I pray that we would be a people who keep on trusting. In Jesus' name, we all say, I know y'all saying it with me. Amen. Well, hey, I am so pumped to be with y'all once again. I want y'all to know today is the last live hangout that we are doing on Thursday. We're going to peel it back, and we're just going to do one live hangout on Tuesday. But in just a second, I'm going to ask you a question. In fact, I'll go ahead and ask y'all, put it in the chat. Would love to hear from you. If you want to send me an email, gjanik@warrenbaptist.org. I don't think I have my email here, but send me an email if you'd rather do that. But I'd love to hear in the chat. On Tuesdays, what time would you love for us to have our live hangout at? I'm thinking of bumping it a little bit later just so it doesn't mess up with lunchtime. Either 1 or 2. Put it in the chat. I'd love to hear back from y'all that are here with us. Would it be 1 or 2? Let me give some shout outs today. Tucker Thomas, always awesome to hang out with you. William Workman, dude, I heard someone talking good about you the other day. Man, keep on. That's all I'll say. Isaac Young, always so grateful for all the Youngs that are able to show up with us and be with us. Caleb and Lauren, it's all breaking my heart. Gonna miss you guys. But actually, someone asked the question, will we still see you guys? Kinsey, I think you're probably still out there. The truth is, yes, we probably will be seeing you some more throughout the summertime if you come on Sunday nights, because we will actually be there. We're going to be the 6 Feet Police. Us, Kinsey and I will be for the high school gathering. We'll be part of that police team, I guess. And so anyways, just glad about that. Grace Lovell, always so good seeing you. Kirsten, so glad you're with us and hanging out with us today. But I'd love to ask this. Would you want our live hangout to be at 1 or at 2? I've got some good reasons for it being at 1. I've got some good reasons for it being at 2. Would love to hear some feedback from y'all. Even if you're an 8th grader and not going to be able to be with us, let us know what would be the better time that you think. But I do want to let y'all know we're gonna peel back to 3 live experiences in the summertime, each week in the summertime, except for the week before July 4th. That week leading up to July 4th, we're going to just take a little pause, take a little break, and it's going to be good and great. But I want y'all to know we're going to have our Sunday live life groups. That may look a little different in some ways. 8th graders, y'all are actually going to finish with your last middle school lesson this Sunday. And then you are going to start doing a little bit of service kind of digging. You're going to dig into some great service lessons that our high school ministry, Austin Anderson and Stephen Newman, are going to share with y'all. So I want y'all to know that that's coming up starting this Sunday after May 31st. The Sunday after this Sunday, I think it's like June 7th. So at any rate, though, I want y'all to know for you guys and girls that are in 6th grade and 7th grade, Sunday live study. Really, that's what it's going to kind of be, live digital life group study. We're still going to be doing that starting at 11:15 right here on our Warden Students YouTube channel. Then we'll have Tuesday live hangouts at 1 or 2. I only see 1 o'clock so far. If you would have a different time, let me know. But at 1 or 2 on Tuesdays, we're going to be doing our live hangouts. And then we will have also, and as well, our third thing that we do each week is our Wednesday night live. We're doing it live stream on YouTube and live gathering under the tent behind the edge from 7 o'clock to 8 p.m. on Wednesday nights, our summer life gatherings that we'll be doing. So I want y'all to know that. Hey, so that's the 3 big things that we're going to be doing each day, or each of those days, Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays during the summertime. Those are our big kind of meeting times, gathering times that we'll be doing throughout the summertime. Once again, if you're out there, I would love to know, 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock on Tuesday for these live hangouts. We're just going to be doing them on Tuesdays. We're not going to be doing them on Thursdays. At 1 o'clock, should we do it? Or should we do it at 2 o'clock? Let us know. We'd love to know. Lastly, man, I guess we can take maybe like 4 minutes to ask any random question that you have, and I'll give you the best answer that I can. So, yeah, any random questions? Anyone out there? Random questions? If you have my phone number, maybe give me a phone call. We'd love to, man. I'll even invite, if someone wants to give me a phone call or a FaceTime call, man, we'll get you in on here. We'll have a little conversation and see what is up. But just know that I will sit here and I will twiddle my thumbs as long as I need to wait for the first question. Sir Young, I love it. Is Elvis still my best friend forever? Did I ever say that he really was my best friend forever? Maybe I did. I don't know. It's just good. It's good to have the king, backing me up. He's got my back, as you can tell, quite literally. And, I just always feel like a million more bucks whenever I got Elvis around. I don't know. It's really funny. When I think of Elvis, I always think back to our family trips that we took, because when I was a kid, probably like elementary, middle school age, and probably even up into high school, I'll never forget my mom always played like these songs that were oldies. They were oldie goldie songs. And so like whenever I think of Elvis, I always think of old timey music. And my mom, we always used to love playing that. I'll give you Aaron Neville. Has anyone ever heard of Aaron Neville out there? I'm assuming probably not. Aaron Neville, Zamfir. Man, that was some crazy like pan flute music that we used to play going to the beach. We'd play some Bee Gees. That was some old good stuff that we love to listen to. And then here's another one. Actually, when I think of Elvis, I always think of my uncle, Uncle Fred. Uncle Fred always drove like pretty, awesome cars. And I remember this one time he was driving a Lexus at a time. And Uncle Fred always listened to the oldies. Let's see here. What was it? I can't remember what it was, but I think it was 98.7 in Dallas, Texas, was our oldie station. And I will never forget, anytime we rode in Uncle Fred's car, he always had the oldies playing. So like songs like Elvis and things like that. But I'll never forget one time I got out of the car. We went to the park. My Uncle Fred took me and my cousin to the park. And My Uncle Fred thought that I had moved out of the way, but I was still standing right next to the back door. And Uncle Fred definitely drove right over my foot. And so I don't know. Elvis brings all of those memories back to me in this time. Okay, let's see here. Next question. Kenzie, thank you for asking. Always a very insightful question like this one right here. How many packs of tuna are in my office? My office right now. Very funny question. Actually, true story. I was at Walmart at about 7:30 this morning, and I went down the aisle and I almost bought a bunch of tuna packs. So I almost bought a bunch of tuna packs, but unfortunately, I bought none. Let me go check in the drawer and see if there are any there that are hiding. Here's another tuna pack box. I like to keep it kind of organized. Well, that's really a joke. If you looked at the rest of my my drawer here, yeah, no tuna packs. Sorry about that one. So yeah, does Elvis bring back pain? I don't know. It's kind of both ways. All right. Any more questions? You guys have had some pretty good ones here today. Always looking forward to more good questions. If I could give you one last challenge, just turn. Here we go. Turn up the good stuff and keep the bad stuff turned down as much as possible. Sorry, my voice. I can't make the noise. Can't make the audio effects as well as I want. Let me try that again. Okay, we're gonna do it. Ready? I'm gonna turn it down. If there's no more questions, I'm gonna turn it down and turn it off. Man, my voice is shot. I can't do it. Never mind. I guess I've been yelling too much or something. Hey, so good seeing y'all. Stay awesome. I'll look forward to seeing you on the other side. Summer starts June 1. So all you middle school guys and girls, just know, as of June 1, Sunday live life groups, just like we've normally been doing, starting on YouTube at 11:15. Then Tuesdays, our live hangouts. I guess we only got one vote for one, Kinsey. So I guess there we sort of made our decision that way right there. And then on Wednesdays, we'll be doing our live Wednesday night Summer Life gatherings. If you can, join us live stream on our Warren Students channel. And if you cannot, and if you are able to come and be with us, again, we want to respect what every single parent will say. And even parents, we want to invite you to come and be there with us if you can. But we'd love to let y'all know that we would love to see y'all behind the edge at 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights. 7 to 8 is when we're doing our thing. Hey, we'll see y'all later. God bless later. And stay awesome. We'll see ya. See if I can learn how to turn this thing off. Later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.